I don't know. It's weird. Hey, what's up? I don't know. I hope somebody can see to switch to this stream. I tried to. I tried to like. Oh, I tried to start the stream. Didn't see where there was any like button to start the stream. So I don't know. I'm late for my own stream. I guess pretty ridiculous. Like maybe we can like. I don't know. It's just weird. I don't know how I'm gonna like. So, welcome to Conscious Truth Seeker channel. Let me get some privacy going in here, just in case. I don't know, man. Shit. I had somebody waiting in the other, the one person that was gonna be here was in the other stream, I guess. And I like had a hopeless fail, I guess, and couldn't start the stream. I don't know. Weird. Like, what the hell? Yeah, I don't know. It's so weird, man. Check me out. Thanks. Hey, word up. Live stream saved by Made in the USA. Made in the USA. I like that name. That's what's up. I got audio or what? I'm pretty sure should be hearing me now. Thank you so much for that. I just got these computers. I have no idea what I'm doing. Awesome, dude. That's what's up. It's like awesome. It's like a whole nother, you know, I think like I lived an empty life, and we live an empty life for a long time. You can't put everything into being on here or doing something like this. It's just another way to get out and show and be with people. It's good. It's good. Awesome, man. Damn, I was really getting deep too. Sucks. With Mr. T, and I think it was like, I was saying that we can't get hung up on those. People are running hoax and propaganda, and they're just trying to get noticed and paying. People play dumbass games and go to extreme extents. That's why they make it illegal to fake your own death, but that ain't stopping nobody. If you got hundreds of millions of dollars and you can't walk down the street no more, and it ain't nothing but a million or something to get the hell out and just be, and conscious truth seeker in not even that, just some loser in the mountains somewhere. No, it's not science fiction, dude. It's an effect. Went James. Nobody's making it up, dude. Look into it, bro. Do your own research. Like, this ain't the place for ignorance, man. I'll tell you that. I mean, I can understand you saying something like it's a psyop or something, but come on, don't come on here on my channel and be a retard and say Mandela effect is science fiction. Went James is fiction, bro. You're a fiction. That's how much the Mandela effect is a fiction. That's how much Went James is a fiction. And Conscious Truth Seeker is a fiction. But it's pretty fucking real, ain't it? It's pretty fucking real, ain't it? Get the point, buddy? Don't come around. You get banned quick. I'll be pulling that Owen Benjamin shit over here. We're going to be respectful, and I'm not going to sit here and talk about, Dunkin' Donuts doesn't have like, give me a break, dude. This brand changes. There's all kinds of crazy shit. Nobody's, like, whatever. I saw Berenstain change. It's not about the actual physicality and that. It's about it's about our will and intent. It's about it's about our will and intent, and there's an energy, there's a wave form and a particle form. You are in a physical body, but you have a spiritual body too. We have a wave form body. That's the multiverse of 100 millions of us in the cloud, if you will. You guys got, if you're in this community and you're doing your research, I'm really not so much about like Mandela effect or flat earth. I'm about the power and the freedom and the power this can bring to an individual. Like literally, I've always been a powerful individual, and like most of the people in this world that are beating the shit out of themselves, you have to be a powerful individual to do that. So it's like, even when we're failing, we're working hard at something. We like to work hard, man. We're workers. We like to solve problems. We are the definition in the geometry in geometry. We are the lines and the shapes and what that brings together. Yeah, that's Berenstain. It definitely was Berenstain at one time. There are a few in the 100,000 Mandela effects. I give there's like a top 10 that are real, real, real. All the rest are just a bunch of dumbasses that want something to do. I mean, all power to them, man. I love Scarab, and these people do realize the seriousness and the actual particle form effects, like of the tangible physical effect that we can actually like almost touch, and this residue stuff they're talking about or whatever. But it it's 90% filler too, man. Don't go running around looking at all that stuff. It's about the message behind it. It's about the possibility. It's about that we create this vision of life in our mind. We are what we feel in our frequency, and it's like, but still we're creating. We're co-creators. We create what we are, and what we project out, what we get back. I mean, it's very spiritual, man. It's very deep. Yeah, those things, I don't know. It's like I said again, I'm not going to get on that. It's like a waste of time. There's all kinds of generic brands and spin offs and stuff, guys. It's simply you know, there are a lot of, yeah, like more like the Volkswagen, the split in that, or the, but forget the Mandela effect, man. That shit's something real and tangible. But I'm trying to tell you that there's a physical and a spiritual. There's a waveform and a particle. The earth can be flat and spherical at the same time or something, like get on that flat earth shit. Forget Mandela effect is warm-ups for like when you really want to act. Mandela effect is like preschool through grade 3, and like 3 through getting into junior high school, and high school is like flat earth. And then after you get what you can from that, you go on and really go deep into spiritual, and then the science and spiritual. I mean, it's D-Wave, it's propaganda, it's the fact that I have people in my family that are like, like semi-elite, I guess, part of that elite, Well, it all coincides. Newer account bought. No, I don't drink anymore. Yeah, that used to be like, had to get me some of that, man. Every night I had to have at least one beer, man. Like, it was like a reward, man. I had to pray about that addiction shit. Like, get away from it. What a waste of money spending that shit, buying even just 2 or 3 beers every night. Like, it wasn't that it was like a problem. It was that I had to have at least 1 or 2 beers like every night or something. It's like retarded. Like, it had to be at least one after work or something. Yeah, man, it's just fucking. It's crazy with the whole flat Earth stuff's been roping me in big time, man. I can't. It's like, I dig it, man. I dig the whole. That's what I'm trying to explain. The particle and the waveform. You gotta realize that it's more than what we see. There's other dimensional aspects. It's like small, man. We're thinking small. We always got to keep pushing the boundaries and pushing the outsides, man, getting outside that box. seeing where the possibilities are that we can take this thing, because it's like it's not about Mandela effect. It's about the whole community of truth. It's about free speech, man. I'm about to do a serious live stream on free speech, because if we all don't stand up, I don't want some dumbass followers getting all geeked out on latest stupid change I can come up with, because some like, come on, man, you got to be bigger minded than that. Somebody's gonna just play with you with a bunch of artist shit. It just goes around in circles and circles, man. Like, what I'm trying to explain to us, the whole community, is that this shit don't exist in the first place. Like, it's just a thought and an intent put down in this physical form, but it's like a manipulated physical form. We are just creating, we're co-creating, but like the creator created all, man. The creator is like everything and nothing, That's where it gets into, like, I study scripture a lot. I study scripture, and because that's the law, like God's law, man. Like, it gets deep, man. Like, this is the shit. This is my spare time reading material, like, that I graze through to try to pull something out of here. I'm a weird, eccentric, like, nerd of, like, knowledge and wisdom and power, like, what else is there in this world? Everything else physical is stupid to be even wasting time with. Like, we got I mean, it's nice to have nice things, but there really ain't that many nice things in this world. Like, really. There's an energetic, spiritual form. We live in the world of the land of chem. We're in this, just like the chemicals. It's like, that's why they describe it, and you get into this weird sexual deviancy, because there is, in, like, satanic practice and worship, because this is just we're just in a big melting pot of chemicals, just experiencing each other, and then you got all this physical and light realm coming together. It's I don't know the answers, Black's law, yeah. Black's law. Fucking just think about that. Just think about that. Black's law. God is the darkness, man. God is everything and nothing. He is the emptiness and the all that everything rests inside of, man. Black's law. Love justice, man. That's mercy and justice, man. That's it. That's what God is. And there is a wisdom and a gnosis. Justice, there's the Trinity right there for you. What did I just say? It was like justice, mercy, and then the other one. Justice, mercy, and then, like, the gnosis and order of it all. The wisdom. Those, like, that's like the Holy Trinity, man. Brings the order of things. Yeah, life's exactly what you make it, and then you die. Everyone gets what they deserve. I used to cry me a river because it hurt me to see some of the people I looked up to, and was waiting for some guidance and help and encouragement when I had a lot of passion and talent when I was younger. I could have been a nurse and helped a little better and ushered along and done a lot better for myself right off the bat. But like I said, sometimes it's the best, some of the things that don't happen to us, it's the best thing that didn't happen to us. I need to get an ibuprofen. I'm having a splitting headache for the past like 3 hours. I'm going to go get some more mango juice and some ibuprofen. Kill this headache, and I'm coming right back in like 1 minute. I'm just going to take a quick break. We'll keep talking. Resonate on what we've been thinking about and shoot a couple questions or think about what to come up with a topic, and we'll talk about it. Like I say, get aware, open-minded, and you don't shame somebody for thinking something silly. Like maybe there's something in that for them. We all got to be loving and understanding and open-minded. Think about that. I'll be right back, and then we'll do some questions, and we'll try to get on some topics, all right? Last thing I'm reading is the Bible states that God is the light. Yeah, think about that. No, it's the light bearer is like the deceiver and the. I thought. Think about that. We'll come back and talk about that. I'll be right back. Come on. Finally, oh my God. I've had like a vicious headache since dinner started at work, like 6 o'clock, man. I just feel like it keeps almost going away and it just won't go away. Yeah, Bible states that God is the light. Like, I don't know. I have trouble because, see, when you study these things, you want to be careful with what you're. See, I'm so open-minded, and I always look at both aspects. That I'm like, okay, so it's like I'll let it resonate, and I'm like, okay, so the Bible's trying to tell us. We got to remember that if the God is everything and the all, right? So God is everything and nothing, right? So it's like he created Lucifer, he created everything, created us like that, and we are God. We're part of God. The culmination of everything is God. We are all God, fractaled out. We live in a world of fractals. So that's where it gets, so it's like, the light bearer of light could be looked at as the flesh too. Yeah, like it's hard. You really it's hard to discern and look through all of that. But it can flip-flop, just like a lawyer can take something and twist it around and spin something. You ever look, really think about it? You can just these spinsters, and you can take anything and spin it. If you're good enough, I'm like I'm really good with my words, man. If I want to, I could believe my own lies. Like, so, you got to keep that in mind that that's kind of proof of the fact that it is like perspective. We all are a piece of the one true. The way, the truth, and the life. Christ was the way, the truth, and the life, which is like us, the story, us all together, us, the story playing out and then coming to the end, the beginning. I am the beginning and the end, the Alpha and the Omega. Like he's telling you that you are a piece of him. That's why you have consciousness and a higher intellect inside of you that's always telling you the right path and trying to lead you and guide you. And we go against it and second guess ourselves with this weak ass flesh because we have like a double system that's what the butterfly effect is. It's like you have this one system and it's cranked out one and then and it's got then you got that heart-shaped lobe. And it's like, that's why we have the masculine and the feminine and in those higher realms. Things tend to be like an androgynous type, things like that. It's strange, but I'm tired of shit, and I just want to do a quick stream to have something going for people and keep people involved. I think I am going to go into like flat earth tomorrow. So we'll do a whole stream on flat earth that we get with some people that have logical thought and looking for like that we have contradictory things going on in science and pseudoscience and things that are provable and things that are fantasy. I'd like to go into all that. Really. What's up? And there is no one here it's just me and you, I think. Hey, if that's everyone. I don't know. I was just about to wrap things up, really. Just getting into how I was going to probably get into tomorrow, doing some flat earth stuff. Getting into some, how it's lodged. There's a lot of split in the logical thought process, and it's kind of contradictory in science and pseudoscience, if you didn't hear me say that stuff. And then I was just explaining all the fractal, universe and how we're living in this like fractal world, and we all are a little piece of God fractaled out. We're all here to be with each other and help each other along our journeys. And then by God being fractaled out into everything and everyone, it can experience and shift and change. And I don't know, that's what I'm seeing by having this experience with the Mandela effect. It's teaching me and showing me that it's a little bit of like God communicating with us. No, see, I like how you use the word believe, because I don't think anybody should believe anything. If you can't prove something, and if you can't really understand the concepts and the foundation that something's built upon, like, if I wanted to believe something, I'd fucking believe in flat Earth 100%, because it's after the research I've done, it's a more logical decision to lean towards believing flat Earth than globe Earth. But I don't believe either. I don't believe globe Earth, and I don't believe flat Earth, because I don't follow liars. I don't be living in the lie. So be careful how we do that. We use our etymology and our words and our language to convict ourselves. We speak life or death, right? So, Salted Cedar will tell you that he's really biblical. He or she, I'm not sure, but we speak life into life, or we speak death into life, and that shit is true, man. It is real. Like I feel the spirit pouring into me at that moment, man. That's the spirit telling me right now. Like, it brings tears to my eyes, and it gets me emotional. It does. It gets me emotional. I get like worked up. I'm getting all misty eyed because I felt the spirit coming into me. Just like I have a connection with that, man. It's really real, man. It really is. It's a higher connection. There's a higher world. There's other realms, man. We all need to be, we're all cut off from that. And then these people that are like constantly saying this silly shit, it's because they know there's other things there that we're being trained and indoctrinated to ignore. And there's a lot more people that do second guess life and everything just that little bit, but it's not enough to make them make decisions. Everyone's so on the hype and the new, and when they came out and they had the television and all this program, but like people are breaking away from that, and it's good. Yeah, it is good. Maybe we'll have awakened. They had a short little clinch on things, and like, because I don't know about this moon landing stuff and everything else. I really do think they're pulling a hoax, because I ain't seen nobody else coming back with moon rocks or anything like that. I think the reason we see an uptick in these other countries doing this and governments doing this is that they're using it to. You're seeing more of that because they're losing control over the people. And that's a great thing, but it's scary too, because that's not going to be a good thing for the public that's asleep. Zero curvature, zero spin. I mean, really think about it. I do believe maybe there are some type of planetoid things, or like, but I think it'd be more plasma than anything, and it would seem to be of like a tangible terra type of surface, like that's soil. But I don't think that I think we are more like the floor of the universe. We're definitely we're definitely not spinning. Everything else is moving. But it's like, that's my logical assumption, guys. I'm not believing anything, but I can come to know what I can come to know, and be in that. That's being in the Lord. Being in the Lord, like being in the Spirit, being in like, man, they're mocking you with religion, because they're taking all the ability for you to be spiritual away by having you have this blind faith in your priests or whatever, and they're not teaching you the true spirituality. I mean, it's crazy, man. It really is. It's crazy. Yeah. I mean, and it's like, we want to wake people up, and we want all this stuff. Like, it's not something you can induce. It's a choice people make. That's why. It's not, you have to plant. That's why it says to plant seeds, because you have to. There's no guarantee that it's going to blossom and grow. You can plant a seed and just hope for the best, and you have to pour this. You have to water the seed, hope the spirit will come through you and awaken that and put life into it. This is all descriptive language that I've come to know and learn that it comes from the Christ, in the consciousness of that, and it flows through us and into us, and that they're ruining this whole, like, they ruined this whole thing. It was pumping for a few years, and here I am, stupid me, conscious truth seeker. I just got a computer and I'm trying to figure out this live streaming stuff and everything, and like try to make real videos instead of just emergency recording myself, like from a crappy phone. But I felt compelled for so long, for like a year or two, and it was killing me, because I wanted to give back. But you know what? It was good that I couldn't, and I held off, because I put it into effect into my life. I put it into effect into my life, man, before I was gonna, like, really, I knew it would fall into place, and like I would be able to make a video when when the time would be right, But there's a big deal happening now, because like even Digital Intel, he had the same problem where he had like lost some subscribers. They automatically they labeled me and targeted my channel, even unsubbed, like, I think they unsubbed like a third of some, the Truther channel subs, because like that's what I lost. I was starting to take off a little bit, almost up to 200, and then it knocked me down all the way to like 120. Yeah, I seen you all around, Salted Cedar. I've been on Awaken with coffee, and I've seen you over there, and like I've seen you all over the place. I want to help people. I want to make you realize that all this flashy bullcrap, that's all smoke and mirrors, but there is real happiness and success and gratification in that. Like, no matter what, I could go, it's like I could go through a hard time, and I know that I'm going to make it through and be okay, no matter what. You could throw me in New York City homeless, and I will show you. I would be willing to make a video about it and do it for a couple weeks, because I'm certain. I've been through it. I grew up in Lynn. I'm in the Boston area, and I've been to all the way to Miami, and from Miami to Maine. I've been to North Carolina. I've been shout out to Raleigh, North Carolina. Shout out to Wilmington and Carolina Beach, Oak Island. So all my spots. Shout out to Orlando. Shout out to Ocala, Orlando, Apopka, West Side, Orlando. Who else we got? And then back again all the way up to Bangor, Maine. Shout out to City Reach Church out there in Bangor, Maine. I went over there when I just really hit a bottom, and I almost didn't make it, man. Thank God. I met God, put an amazing person in my life, and I was able to get my life together again, and it was more pain than anything. My mom had me late in life, and my whole family fell apart when I was coming into this thing. So I really didn't. It wasn't. I was upset. I was pissed. I've said things in my videos. I just don't want to sound like a broken record and say it again. Like, I've been through everything, man. Everything. I've had like 30 cars, man. It's retarded. I like went without a license for like 3 years. Like I went without a license for a couple years in Florida, and that was a misery. I just was running from God, man. I was running from it because it always was. It was always right in my face, just like you better than this. You know, you better than this. Why, like. And I was like, well, fuck you. Look where you put me. How fucking dare you put me in this broken home of shit? Like, what the fuck? How am I supposed to get anywhere like this? And I kind of took it out on myself. That's what I did. I beat myself up. I did. That's what I did. I beat myself up. And I punished myself. And that's what I'm saying. I want to show people that there's like, that everyone's getting what they deserve, man. Like, really don't sit there and cry and think like, take the time to appreciate the amount of shit that you're putting yourself through, because it just might open yourself up to, you just might be like, hey, next time something happens, you might realize you deserve it a little bit. I'm lucky. I appreciate what I have in life. I'm lucky to have what I have. I'm lucky to have my wonderful wife that I have in my life. I couldn't ask for anything better or anything more. I'm the luckiest man in the world. That's what I'm trying to convey to people here, is like, that's how serious it is for me. Like, I feel like a rich man now because I gave up dealing with all the stupidness and going home and drowning my sorrows and killing the pain all the time. And I realized that it was my fault. And it was me. And it was like, why am I going to lower myself and then punish myself? And just, I realized the alchemical, like, my responsibility in the alchemical process in life, see, we get taught, these things are taught in ancient mystery schools with great, like, it's something that if you learn the way, like, I had prayed in the car, show me the truth, no matter what. I don't care if it teaches me that I'm the worst piece of shit in the world and I don't even deserve to live and I should just end it right now. Like, that, you have to want it that bad. But, like, the whole thing is that when you start learning this stuff, it empowers you so much that you could use it for horrible things. You could use it to create, and overpower and control the mind. That's why we do live in a world of a sloppy mess of mind control. We do. It's just, they don't teach kids like they should. They pretend it's okay. They pretend everything's just fine and that mainstream is the way things are, and it's not. It's the best dumbed down version of what they can hope to hand off to the kids that they might not hurt. It's like, here, let me give you the safety matches. Let me give you the safety, the safety lighter. Like, it's not safe. It's not safety. They're better off with the real deal. You're giving them this dumbed down, stupid version. They don't know what they're dealing with. I didn't know. I've been through this. I told everybody. Every time I feel like I say this shit every time in these videos or streams, and I seem like I'm going over, like, beating. Maybe it's going to end up feeling like beating the dead horse, but I'm not going to go into this thing. So maybe next time. But yeah, I want to go into the flat earth, and I want to get some people coming here from the fam. No, it is. It's a complete clusterfuck out there in the world, and like we're gonna send our kids to clusterfuck indoctrination school and shit. I tell my kids, I've taught them. I said this in the other stream. I told them, and I told the mother, and I'll tell anybody. The only thing you're going to learn from school is mathematics and how to read, and don't pay attention to anything else. It's all lies. If you want to know about something, you better read about it and learn about it, because everything is just a for instance from your highest bidder or your winner of the war that gets to write the book, and it's a joke. They really are. All the world is a stage, and we're merely players putting on a show. You got to join in and become a player, or you're gonna be a non-player character. That's what that is. There's like a fifth density coming down on us. That there's like a removal of time, man. We got these computers now. We're on the internet. We can have this like timeless life. Like, see, I have this timeless stream that's going to go out here, and you guys are watching my stream, and like, hopefully people can get a hold of this and do some research and realize what kind of power this can bring to their life, examining the world around them and having logical knowledge and ability to discern and do some of your own thinking. And not just be living in somebody's lie, believing like you're living in the lie. You're being in somebody else's concocted situation. It's good to have an opinion and talk about it, but people need to rebut. And they need to have checks and balances with each other and get more comfortable with that, because it seems like out there in this society that you say something different and they like shit on you or look at you like you're an idiot, like you're not following the general consensus. And it's like, I don't see digital intel here. I told him I was going to be here. Oh, we got Dick Diamonds in the house. Salted Cedar, what's up? Okay. Yeah, so I like seeing I got crazy memories, so I can see, like, I know who's I see a lot of creators and people that have done their part too that come on, and like, I'm not for the general public. And it's cool. I'm not trying to be on air, and I'm not trying to be Rex Bear from Leak Project, putting on the goofy mask and I'm Zorg, and like, I mean, it's cool. We can have times like that, I guess. But I'm more like, I'm pretty serious about what I'm doing and what I talk about, and that's I just like. It's like, and I was thinking today about the live streams and everything. And it's a big deal. It's going to be a big deal about this free speech thing. Like, this is fucked up what they're doing. We need to do something about this, man. And I'm not good at that. I mean, I'll jump on board. I'll do my part. I'll make a video on it. We should all start airing video. Like, dude, Benjamin's getting told, we don't want you here at this certain theater. And it's like, he's right. It is true. He explained it. It's like, you're getting treated like that. They're telling him they don't want him here because he used the N-word, but yet you're treating him like they treated the N-word, the people they were using the N-word towards. You're treating him like it's like, it's so surreal, right? Like, you're basically you're it's just ridiculous, dude. It's because most of the people that bitch and do the bitching and create this bullshit going on in society and propaganda, You know, but that's what he does to survive. That's what you got to do to get the numbers, though. You know, like people are getting the numbers, man. They're trying. We got the guns. We got the numbers. Remember Airheads? That was the shit, man. Airheads was some good shit. That was back when you had some decent comedy going on, decent movies. That was awesome. It was like a marathon on Comedy Central. I was watching Airheads like every day, man. It's an awesome '90s movie. Um, yeah, it's just no, it's goofy, it's cool, you know. But like it gets a little dry, monotonous, you know. I mean, he has like some. He's just see, you're so famous at that level. You're having these just dumbed down, like it's good, I guess. You know, they're doing the part. He's doing the part for the dummies that we all were when we first started. But like we have a need for an elite group, a higher level. Did you see the ESETI video and that guy out there? Like I have to. That's a life goal for me to go out there and he's got a picture of these like energy crafts and like he's talking about Bigfoot and all kinds of crazy shit. But he's like the veil is thin there and like you can like I don't know. I really want to check it out. But I see how it can people can get carried away and sucked into the whole thing. Like, okay, so people knock on trees and make the knocking sound looking for Bigfoot, and so they think they hear Bigfoot doing it because they supposedly make the sound. It's like I can see how that can kind of implodes into like, okay, it's just like people are going out there and hearing each other, you know. But it's like, you know, I just I didn't do this when I started getting into this stuff, right? I didn't do it to fucking for entertainment. I did it for my own intellectual like growth and knowledge and gnosis and the expansion of my mind and openness and humility and growth. Because I thought I was gonna die. I got told by the doctors I was dying. You know, like I thought it was over, man. And it didn't end up the way it was perceived or whatever, you know? And like, but still, it's like, holy shit, that was a gift in my life to live like I was dying. You know, you hear that country song, and yeah, I really would, you know, I would pray that everyone gets to live like they're dying because that's what happened to me and that's what got me woke up, man. That's what got me woke up. I was dying, man. I was gonna die. I had to live a legacy. I had to seal my fate into my travel into the after world. And what am I gonna do? You know? And it pushed me to test my limits and seal my fate and fix some of these fucking horrible issues and problems. And, you know, going through, I've said it, you know, that's what happened. I'm like, that came after the end of like my father dying unexpectedly. A couple years later, my mom has some strokes, and she's dying in the hospital. It took her a couple years to die, just a couple. But like it was like a relief. Oh my God, I couldn't watch her die like that anymore. It was horrible. And then I was like getting ownership of a restaurant where I tried my whole life to get there, and I was so happy. I told my mother on her deathbed that your son made it, as she couldn't even barely know it was me. And I'm trying. That was the one thing I wanted to be able to tell my mom before she died, is that her son made it. I'm gonna be all right. Man, if you were here, I'd be able to buy you a house or something, you know. And then I lost that too. I mean, I lost my business. I lost my mother. I lost my father. And it wasn't over reckless behavior. It was over the spiritual growth, the power of me knowing that it was me running shit and not the world running me. You know, you're in charge. You're large and in charge. Yeah, man, we just like people, if you're looking out for help or guidance, you're not going to get it, man. You have to go within. If you look out, you'll guarantee to be deceived. Man is just a horrific deceiver, man. Sad. As a 5-year-old child, I'll say it once again. I knew it, man. I was very spiritual. I felt it because I almost died when I was born. I just had a very tumultuous, I just say it like, hey, but forget that. It was just eventful. Like some people chuckle and goes, oh, that was eventful. Well, I'm chuckling and say, well, my life has been fucking eventful. You know, it's been eventful. But, I, I'm grateful. And there's just so much. Like, see, the end of the world happened, and it really did. That's the craziest thing, guys. Is like, the end of the world happened. It's just, there is no such thing as death, so we just keep getting birth and birth into new consciousness. It's crazy, man. It really is. It's so crazy. That's why this Mandela effect was like the way it is. It's not about the actual finite change. It's about that. It's either you noticing that there's options, or there is an outside group responsible that's tapping into a frequency, and they're trying to sell it to these corporate eyes, because I see a lot of corporate changes and things and control. So maybe they're just playing with it to see how much control they have. Imagine selling quantizable, just quantizable quantumness to companies. Oh, we can quantize you. We can quantize your whole brand, and if you want to change Skechers to not have the T and make that retroactive, we can go ahead and do that. We're Google. We can do that. We're D-Wave and Google now. We can do that. You want to just change that? That's fine. Like, dude, think about it. They're like that. I figured it out like that. That's what they're doing. If it's all these brands and companies and shit, they're freaking selling this shit. They're selling quantizable quantum changes to, or the power to do so to these corporate entities. There's so much money being hid everywhere. Black budget slush fund shit, dude. They're out there, man. Think about that. Really, I'd like to see somebody comment on that. Let me know what you think about that. Like, they're literally, obviously, they're saying, you've seen them selling quantum. What the hell is the point of quantum computers besides like the same shit? Like, you're doing projections of, what are we gonna do? Graphs and projections? Like, come on, dude. We're gonna do some graphs and projections for sales. Oh, it's just quantum, so we can do like 1,000-year projection, so we'll understand the fluctuations better. I don't think it's that simple, man. I think they're literally selling quantizable, like, time to these companies that they can retroactively make changes to because we're finding out that the future, time isn't linear. And if you can tap into that, I mean, like, dude, I'm wearing a pair of Skechers, and I remembered when I was going through hard times, my mid to late 20s, man. I remember my sister taking me to get help, buy me some shit to go to work. And there was a T, and I fucking hated that T on the Skechers. Um, guys, I don't know. Like, see, are you thinking about? Are you thinking about the mathematics behind it and how it's like? I believe it's not a hoax, man. It's not as out there as you think, man. It's like time is linear and electromagnetic. You know, they're so powerful. They're like tearing right through time and space and just changing life itself. The fabric of time and space. Um, I don't know, man. I'm pretty sure I'd like to believe that. I'll give him the credit where the credit is due, like, because, see, when we're talking about electronics and magnetics and, like, piezoelectrics and like, the crystals, piezoelectric crystals and shit, like, dude, I think there's possibilities for some crazy shit to be done, and anti-gravity, 0 point. I mean, if this is possible, if it's possible to get that 0 point, man, there's no limit to what they can do with electronics and the power supply. And, like, dude, the magic that they haven't given us has only been because of power limits and high output. I don't know. I have to just respectfully disagree with that, for sure. I don't know. I've worked when I was 12. I was working with my brother-in-law, my other sister's husband. He's an engineer, and he worked. Oh, that's the third member of my family I mentioned that has worked for all these. He's under non-disclosure, and he's worked for Northrop Grumman and Skunk Works and all this shit, laser guided bombs and all kinds of stuff like that. And he took me to work at, and you can vet this out if you'd like to, in Lexington, Massachusetts. I worked at Photo Electron, and we worked on a device that would administer radiation through the biopsy hole, to go in through the biopsy hole into the brain to treat cancer, to generate radiation from the inside of the tumor outward with a big giant needle thing that goes in the biopsy hole, so the patient wouldn't, obviously have to put their whole body through that radiation. And they were trying to figure out a way to administer it to breast cancer patients and to increase the mobility of the unit. We were working on this big, stable, like drill press type fucking thing to drop this thing into the biopsy hole. And they wanted to make this mobile and floatable to float on top of the breast, because breast is big fatty tissue floating all over the place. They have to stabilize that, and the machine has to be stable with the organ to lock into that center of that cancer, into the lump, and try to kill it from the inside out. So, I mean, I've seen some of the stuff we're working on. I don't know. I mean, I know that's the shit that they're like selling to everyday retards, and talking military black budget stuff, man. It gets pretty deep. They just blindly have to have faith. This Ian guy is so funny. Man, I don't know. Like, dude, I'm not gonna say they have it, and I'm not gonna say they don't have it. Like, that's where you have to be in your mind, man. You just gotta be always ready for war, and you can't be convicted like that unless it's for within you. You can't. That's still judging someone, whether you judge them to not have the capability or to have the capability. Yeah, we are the masters of our own destiny, man. And you have to make it stay that way. So don't write anything off. Anything's possible. All things are possible, and there ain't nothing new under the sun, man. I'm on the page where they could have had lasers and shit 1,000 years ago. I mean, friggin', they're just giving us nothing and holding it all back. I don't know. It's just a theory. No, NASA can't help you. That's right. And if they, well, let's put it this way: NASA can help you, but they won't. You paid for it too, but you can't have none of that. That's nice, right? Like, what's the point? Why the fuck do we want that for military superiority? Dude, if we can't fucking help our quality of life, and that's just gonna benefit politicians and shit. Like, shit's about to hit the fan and nobody realizes it. My brother-in-law, who's a Secret Service agent, and his wife, my sister, told me that fucking Trump's a madman. You know what that means? He's fucking trying to do what he said. He's trying to dismantle this fucking beast system, man. They don't know what the fuck to do, whether shit or go blind. My sister said, "You're probably a fucking Trump fan, aren't you?" I'm not a fan of anybody, but I'm a fan of everyone getting what the hell they deserve. That's what I'm a fan of. I'm a fan of all the douchebags not getting a fucking free ride no more. All the cucks out there, as Owen Benjamin would say. I'm a fan of all the cucks getting the cuck out of here and earning it, and quit cucking everyone. Quit trying to have your little teams. You're gonna suck dry of all that. They just take people that are humble and willing to work for something and be humble and not put themselves up as God. The scriptures are teaching you something, man. That these people Satan, he's in them. He's a spirit, dude. These people put themselves up on high above you. These people are putting us up on high. They're putting themselves up on high. And sadly, the godly people are humble enough to let them do that. But we need to be good. We need to know our own power and strength, guys. We have a community of people out here. Clearly we are like 1,000 times more amazing and strong and resilient, and like, time isn't even real, man. I've been getting into this shit so deep. Time itself don't exist. Each day is just like an eternity. Each moment is an eternity. Yeah. Each moment, it's just like, yeah, oh my God, dude. It's just crazy. People are so sold. That's no good, man. Like, that's why I kept it holistic, man. I couldn't work for some fucking corporation. I couldn't, even if it was successful, even if I loved it. Like, it's a beast, man. It's feeding a beast. really is, man. Don't egg me on. Trust me. Don't egg me on. Yeah, preach it. I could preach it all day. I got a gift for this shit. That's what I'm saying. I'd really like to have my own radio show. I mean, I'd like to go for a few hours a day and play some music or something, talk some shit, because the shit's real, man. I mean, I've been here out in this world struggling just like everyone else, but like, I have dealt with some shit way worse than anybody else, man. Like, I have really come from behind the eight ball. I've had nerve damage in my hands. I've fucking almost died when I was born. I'm going to talk Mandela effect. I got hit by a car. I woke up, the whole damn neighborhood was standing around me in a circle. It was like a near-death experience. I probably died. That's why I'm in this other reality now. Like, it just, like, crazy, man. It hasn't been very boring. There's been moments of boredom, but that's been when I've been locking myself away, like, because I've friggin' depression or something. It's like, I don't know. I'm trying to just figure it all out too, man. I've documented my I documented the awakening. I suggest a lot of, anybody go back and try to look at like old videos, like from the start, about halfway through or something, like you don't even have to just go from like the start. You can find like my first videos and get into them. I was being blessed each and every kind of way. There was amazing miracles happening. I mean, you wouldn't even know like that. I was going through all that, and like, dude, my girl was just making progress and coming out of a horrible, like, downfall, just depression. It wasn't even nothing bad. It was like natural, bereavement. Like, she lost the father of her kids, like, I don't know how, I wouldn't be able, I don't know what kind of wreck I would be if I had 3-4 kids of somebody and they died, I would literally lose. I don't know if I could make it, man. Well, how beautiful and strong the women of this world are, man. They really are. If anybody is, that representation of God, it's the women of this world, man. They really do. They just stay so humble, and that's what man needs to learn, is to just live like for the community and the family, and stop going out for war and capitalism and shit. It's like that's a bad side of it. There's some strength. Oh, man. Yeah, there's definitely a Mandela effect. Have you not seen what was it? SCS or something? Software company? The NCIS. Look it up. There ain't no Mandela effect. You're an idiot, man. Jokingly, I'm not really judging you badly like that, but dude, there's a Mandela effect. There's people that write software that are coming out about it that are like, dude, I don't know why, like, the stuff's changing. Like, software doesn't change. Our software is not friggin' we program it one way and it just goes that way. It doesn't change on its own. Yeah, I know he's trolling. He's retards, dude. Like, I that's what keeps it going, though. It's actually, I'm thankful for the trolls, honestly. And yeah, NCES. I think it's NCIS or something. You're close. We're close. We're getting there. I don't know. Yeah, it's, yeah, you definitely have to ditch your ego at some point, but yeah, it's a part that defines you. It's the part of you that's more fractal in this world. This is your user, you're like, I don't know, you build this persona, you know? I mean, there's a persona, there's parts of it that aren't real, but like the ego is what makes you you. Yeah. Oh, your ego is very real. It's everything that makes you defined and you in this realm. Um, I mean, it's not physical. Like, I don't know. You take it on into the next realm with you. I'm guessing a little bit. Yeah, obviously, it's like the part of you that's built up that defines you. That individual part that makes Henry. That's is Henry. Like, I'm operating without ego. That's what makes this world a better place. Is a balance with the ego. But see, Donald Trump is like a representation of unbelievably strong and very vibrant and defined ego, and a very vibrant, strong, and defined center of godliness. And you have to have that for business. You don't just jump the gun and like you're not successful at business by not being in contact with the godliness. I mean, that's why the Jews run the world, right? I mean, oh, did I say that the Jays, the J people, that's why they run the world? Maybe because they're the chosen ones. It literally means like to wrestle with God or something. Israel means to wrestle with God. Well, matter. Can matter be created or destroyed? And is it affected by the Mandela effect, or does it only affect ideas? Well, no, it affects the actual matter in quantum time, back, retroactive, and concurrent. And but matter appears to be very physical and solid and different consistencies to us, but it's just variables in the frequencies and information. So it's, yeah, even Dick said matter, yeah, it is affected, but that's what I'm saying is that, yeah, we create the matter with our minds by examining the frequency and the vibration and the information around us. But at that point, that's why I say it, most likely an outside entity or group or something, or me or God, one of the two, because some of us are able to see it, and it's those of us who are more lenient towards gravitating towards more humble humility and a rejection of ego, and a more centered, like it's a humble, like a pious monk type outlook. That's what I'm heading in, because I don't know. That's just where I'm finding peace in my awakening and my spiritual growth. I feel like that's what God is. It's everything in one togetherness, the one truth. Yeah, absolutely. What do you mean? Have you personally seen physical matter outside of data interpreted by a computer or machine that is affected by Mandela effect? Yeah, the shoes I'm wearing on my feet right now. Well, I'm not a specialist. I'm just a theorist. So, I could dive into the more quantum mechanics and that end of science, or the spiritual end of it, or the physical end of it. We could talk double slit particle wave, and that's what I'm trying to get at, is particles, where everything's particle slit and wave and particle form, and that you tap into the frequency and vibration through Tesla type technologies, and then you can retroactively make changes through a computer to affect actual physical matter. And then therefore, that's why we see all this residue and bleed over and stuff, but people aren't focusing on that. It's mostly follow the money, corporations buying into it. They got to figure out some kind of selling point to ask for $100 million from your company, or some higher premium selling point to offer these big giant companies. Yeah, my shoes changed because of the Mandela effect, yes. Yes, my shoes changed because of the Mandela effect. They had a T in the word Skechers. Skechers with a T. And now there's no T. Go look at it yourself. They were all affected. They've all been changed. It's never had a T in it. And it definitely had a T in it. I don't know if it began. I believe it's part of something that always has been, because we are co-creators. We co-create, God made us. We take what God gave. We create. We also create mentally and bring things in and out of our lives with our frequency and manifest destiny, So basically, yeah, there was a T before the C. Yeah, it was Sketchers. Yeah, I know. It's okay. It's only helping my I know when people are trolling me, it's actually helpful. Like I said, yeah, troll me all you want. I'm not your average dum-dum, and I'm not believing anything, so you'll never be successful in trolling me, because I'm not a dummy believing follower person. I'm actually using wholehearted, authentic, original thought process done by observation, examination, and experimentation. So I'm above and beyond all possible trolls. No, hey, whatever. See, I thought you were being pretty respectful, coming off as a little trolly, but there you go, see? Earnest questions. And sometimes sensitive people, emotional people, yes. That's a lot of the problem in this world, is that when we try to rebut and communicate and do an intellectual exercise, people get fucking offended like it's the end of the world or something. Oh my God, you don't believe in Santa Claus? I was mad when my friend told me Santa. He's like, fuck you, man. He's real. My mom used to blow the water out with Santa, dude. Can't believe I wouldn't give my kid a damn present from Santa. I wouldn't tell if I had my own, I have 4 stepchildren, I would not tell my child this Santa. At 3 years old, I'd be like, no, there's no Santa, sorry. It's like a satanic ritual to abuse your child by giving them false beliefs and shit and smashing it. It's like a gaslighting. It's like a gaslighting, abusive tactic that's spread down as culture. It is. It's pretty horrible. I don't celebrate any holidays. my families do, my siblings do. Like I said, that's what's weird about me, man. I'm really strange. It's not. I've been gifted. I've been gifted from that other side. I have a contact. I have like I'm divine, man. I was supposed to die when I was born. This life is a gift, and I was supposed to be here. So I don't. I was confused by those things. I was confused by like I don't. I see the emptiness and the idolatry and the just like and like just doing a ritual like practice of friggin' holidays. Disgusting, and how they want you to bow down. They'll trick you even into following their religion and holidays. You know, it's like it's all they make you. They make it seem harmless, but it flip flops into like say pagan ritualistic practices. Yeah, I'm not an idiot. And then I didn't. And where I heard that they were kind of trying to use that about wrestling with God. And we're all wrestling with God. And when we wake up like this, we are always. I mean, it's like God is everything. He's God. He's the devil. He's Satan. He's us. He's the earth. He's our mind. He's so like. There is a fake Jew. There's a lot going on with I can't even be saying this stuff because I don't care on my channel, but I'm gonna get down to my 3 viewers. Yeah, there's fake Jews and shit. I mean, it's weird. Like my partner that I owned my restaurant, they were like, "We're Jewish," and he was funny. He said, like, he tells his wife, Henry doesn't care. He doesn't care why you're telling him that. You know, like it's just they do. They're watching the mind, being aware, tending to their businesses and taking care of business and making for good. The ones that are living right. I guess there's corruption everywhere. Is the thing, man. That's the problem. Yeah, it's both wrestling with the fact that you are chosen and charged with a task of carrying the weight of being that first connection to the higher intellect, to try to take a step back and be aware and not and always maintain that power of. Well, they rule the money, man. It's the safety and security and that indebted servitude that you hold in that note. It just sucks that they see it's not all money that's been corrupted. It's just the American dollar that's got a bad corruption problem, too. There's corruption in the world that needs to be cleansed. That's it, plain and simple. Like, there's just a dirty, nasty, dark, devilish, just filthy creature lurking around in this place, and I felt it. I feel like I'm some type of star seed that came here to watch it because I thought the world was gonna end, and I'm like in the 2001 or something, and I was like, I'm 18, like I raged all through school and didn't care and lived life, and that shit didn't happen, and then I went through hell forever trying to figure out what I'm gonna do, and then here I am now. I feel like it's coming soon, and I'm like, and it's not like it's the end of the world or anything. It's like I feel like it happening now. It's happening in 2020, and it's just a rebirth. And a cleansing and an awakening, and the people that want to remain ignorant are gonna become more like an NPC and slip into the cracks and fall away and just slip into the nothingness. Like I don't know what else to say. Like there is a natural selection. So I think it is beautiful in the community that people want to and feel like they want to wake people and all this, but they're going to choose to wake or they're not. There's nothing we can do for anybody unless they've already made the choice to wake up. So that's what I'm about, is raising awareness and giving that power to people. And I really want to help people that have dealt with addiction and depression, that inability to feel secure and just be able to have somebody tell you it's going to be all right and I'm here for you. So you can feel like somebody's got you to be able to handle the shit you got to handle that's overwhelming sometimes. I mean, I had somebody do that for me when I thought I was going to lose everything, and it meant everything to me. My family couldn't even tell me, hey, we got you, you could stay. No, can't stay here for my family, but all I needed to hear somebody say is, I got you, man. You can stay here if you need to. And it made all the damn difference for me to help my life and make the moves I needed to make. If you don't know examples, I don't need to go over examples. Look it up. You won't have any problem finding examples. So my best bet was, if it hasn't resonated with you and you haven't seen, or I knew about it, the only reason it resonated with me is because I experienced it on my own as a child watching Berenstain Bears. And noticed it in the 90s. So a lot of people think it happened in 2012 or whatever. I mean, geography has changed. There's all kinds of stuff. Like, if you just think of things that that you thought were a different way, that seem to be different. And you'll see. Look it up. Yep, South America's shifted. There's geography changes. There's no North Polar Cap. There's like all kinds of crazy shit, man. So I'm going to sign off, though. My wife hates me because I'm doing this now, but she doesn't get the fact that I'm trying to build something here, and I want to be here for you guys and try to build up a good little show to do something every night like this. So love you guys. I appreciate who showed up. And I hope some more people at least see the replay. Damn, I can't believe it went a whole hour and a half. Holy crap. I could go for like 8 hours running off at the mouth, man. I'm like a motorboat just blasting off. Well, it is what it is. That's what I always say. I'll hit you guys up tomorrow night, probably same time. We'll do another live stream, try to build a little thing here. Thank you for everyone that showed up. Special thank you to Salted Cedar and Dick Diamonds. Some people that I recognize from the community help support coming on over here. Thanks, guys. Love you guys. Stay aware. Stay conscious. Stay searching for truth. We'll see you on the mind stream, the Mandela mind stream, Unconscious Truth Seeker. Probably tomorrow night. Same time, same place. Peace out.